What is up, guys? My name is Chase, and let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 2.
If that is your real name.
So rumors have been ramping up recently about Nintendo's next generation console, which a lot of people are calling the Switch 2. And all of these rumors and speculation got me thinking, what if Nintendo's next console isn't even a Switch 2? And so for this video, I just wanted to kind of spitball ideas and talk about the future of the Nintendo Switch. And just as a warning, this video might be all over the place because I don't have any notes, I don't have a script for this. I just wanted to straight up talk with you guys about video games. So first off, let's talk about the actual name. Most people have just been calling it the Switch 2, which would make the most sense because a lot of people are thinking that it's just going to be the second generation of the Nintendo Switch. But I don't know, knowing Nintendo and knowing how they always try to be like different and do something wacky, I'm really unsure of whether or not they would just stick with Nintendo Switch 2. Like, that's obviously something that PlayStation does, and I guess that works for them. I mean, Nintendo could end up saying that their next console is the Nintendo Switch U, or maybe the Super Nintendo Switch. Or maybe they would even call it the Nintendo Switch 2, but then 2 is TOO. Like, that's definitely something only Nintendo would do. I'm also thinking about if they would just drop the Switch name. Like, maybe the next Nintendo console will be called the Nintendo something. I don't know, it's so hard because we're so used to just saying Nintendo Switch that it's hard to imagine anything else besides Switch after Nintendo. But knowing Nintendo, it seems very likely that they would want to do something drastically different from the Switch. And that kind of leads us into what the features are going to be with this next generation Nintendo console. I'm very curious to find out if this next console is even going to be a Nintendo Switch. Because if you look back at Nintendo's console history, at this point they've pretty much tried to do something different every single time. It's very rare that we see Nintendo just do a new version of their last console. I mean, the last time we saw them attempt to do that was with the Wii U, and look what happened. So my thought is that one of the features of this new console still might be a home console on the go, like the Nintendo Switch. But maybe that's not going to be its main gimmick. And right now, I honestly can't even predict what the next gimmick will be. I tried my hardest to just like come up with a bunch of random ideas and just silly things that only Nintendo would make. I came up with a built-in mini projector where maybe there's like some module on the top of the Switch that tilts outwards and you can just project your console wherever you go. Listen, I'm not Nintendo, I'm just coming up with random ideas. I've also actually seen a lot of concept art where people are thinking maybe they could make a dual screen version of the Switch, which, I mean, Nintendo is known for making dual screen devices. Maybe they could make their next console with a hinge where you have that top and bottom screen. Maybe that's possible, and there was a rumor recently saying that Nintendo is thinking of switching back to LCD screens for this next console. Maybe that is in order to offset the price of having two screens, I don't know. But basically, I think it's interesting to think that Nintendo could just completely ditch the whole Switch moniker with the next console. Once again, it still might be a feature of the console, but it's not going to be its main selling point feature. There have also been rumors about backwards compatibility, which at this point I think Nintendo just kind of needs to do. With how much they're putting into Nintendo Switch Online, like, I think it would be silly for them to build up this whole online service, you know, with all of the catalogs of games that they've included, and then with the next console to just say, okay, yeah, none of that is usable with this new console. And Nintendo has pretty much confirmed that they are going to bring over Nintendo accounts from the Nintendo Switch to their next generation console. So maybe that means your games will sync over to the new console. I could see them sticking with cartridges and making it so that Nintendo Switch cartridges can still fit in the cartridge slot of the next system, similar to what they did with the Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS, where DS games can fit in the 3DS, but 3DS games cannot fit in the DS. Maybe we'll see something like that with the next cartridges. Now, I also wanted to talk about some of the games that I think we can expect for this next generation console. So I pulled up Nintendo's latest financials, and I just listed their current top-selling Switch games that I can see getting a sequel for the next generation console. First off, Mario Kart 9. I think it's a given that we'll be getting that for Nintendo's next console. Will it be a launch title or will it come out later? I'm not too sure, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe continues to just kill it with 55.46 million units sold. There's also Super Mario Odyssey Odyssey 2, which has been like a rumored game for a really long time. Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch has sold 26.44 million units, so maybe we can finally see the long-rumored Super Mario Odyssey 2 on Nintendo's next console. A new Animal Crossing game, with Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Switch selling 42.79 million. I'm interested to see where Nintendo goes with the Animal Crossing series. Nowadays, I feel like there are so many games that have pretty much just taken the Animal Crossing formula, such as Disney Dreamlight Valley, or there are games that are substitute for Animal Crossing that have gotten really big, such as Stardew Valley. And with New Horizons having came out during the pandemic, I'm interested to see if Nintendo will ever be able to replicate that with future Animal Crossing games. And I would love to see Super Smash Bros. On Nintendo's next console. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has sold 31.77 million units. I don't expect a new Smash Bros. Game to come to Nintendo's next console. After Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I honestly don't know where they can even take Smash Bros. And with Mr. Sakurai now being a professional YouTuber, I imagine he's probably really busy to make a new Smash Bros. So I think even a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe for Nintendo's next console could be really cool as well, where it's similar to what they did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They bundle in all of the DLC, maybe they add some new maps or like add a new game mode or something, and then that can just be our Smash Bros. Game for Nintendo's next console. So those are some of the top-selling Switch games that Nintendo recently listed in their financials that I could see as totally possible coming to their next console. So just to wrap things up here, I think it's a very just fun and exciting time where we're getting more rumors and speculation about what Nintendo is going to do next. Nintendo's like Bam Margera, what will he do next?
What will he do next? Whatever the I want.
So I think it's really interesting to think about these kinds of things. Nintendo is now known for their wacky ideas, not really for the power of their consoles or anything. A lot of times people don't even consider Nintendo to be a part of the current console wars. Like they're just off doing their own thing. So maybe with this new console, it could just be something completely different that we're not expecting. And overall, I'm honestly excited. I'm excited whether we get a Nintendo Switch 2 or something brand new. Nintendo is the wild card that will do things that nobody expects. So we shall see what they come up with for their next console. But let me know in the comments, what are you guys predicting for Nintendo's next console? If you want to see what's on my wish list for a new Switch system, feel free to check out the video below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.